he worked hard for this full pull. Watch the bear as he rolls the slack out of the chain, and when he does that and they give him the green, bear's in a drag race. It's wide open from the start, and when he does that, the tires seem to lock into the track, even though the track's a little bit loose. The bear locks in. Look at those tires. They're kicking up just a little bit of dirt. He's wide open. He's got his hands on a wheel, and I tell you what, this young man knows that it's headed that way. Bringing it around just a little bit, finds the right mark. Here comes the bear as he's taking it right out the gate. We've got a three-way pull-off right now for first place.
We're looking at Deal Wilson out of Winchester, Virginia. He's come from probably the competitor that's come from the furthest distance here at Busch Stadium in Buffalo. Getting ready to hook up to the sled, and they say that he has a extremely large engine in there.
If cubic inches could win a pull, he's the man that would be a shoe-in. 672 cubic inches. Now this is what they called a shotgun Hemi Ford. This is originally used in NASCAR and drag racing. NASCAR outlawed the motor, and now it's found a home in the full world. But this is a shotgun Hemi motor. It's an extremely big motor with a hemispherical head. Deal Wilson will need every one of those 672 cubic inches for a full pull here tonight.
Well, we have 3 trucks so far that have gone the 200-foot full pull route, so he will have to join them if he wants to get in the pull-off of the championship here at Busch Stadium tonight.
He's very, very capable. You know, you take a good look at this truck, and a little bit later on in our monster truck competition, you're going to see one that looks like a twin brother, because Deal will do double duty tonight as he's driving a competition pull truck, and he also drives the Virginia Giant monster truck that we'll see later on.
So you're looking at the Virginia. Let's see if we can have a 4-way pull-off. Not going to happen. It looked like he had a little bit of difficulty off the starting line.
That little problem off the starting line here could have been a case where just a little bit too much horsepower. And the front wheels didn't seem to be getting the kind of bite that the rest of the trucks did tonight. The front wheels weren't kicking up the kind of dirt that you're seeing when the guys are getting a good bite. Here's a good shot of it. Right there, you can tell the front tires are biting a little bit, but it's not like it should be. Now, as the weight comes up on the sled, transferring it from a rolling weight to a pulling weight, and puts the down pressure on the pan, it's going to take weight off the nose, and he loses traction with those front tires. And I believe that's the cause of a short pull for Deal Wilson. It's just lack of four-wheel traction. He's trying to do it all on the rear 2 wheels, and it just wasn't all there tonight.
That's how we stand so far. We'll have a 3-way pull-off between the Motown Missile, Yellow, and the Bear. The Stomper, of course, just missed by 7 inches. And now they'll reweight that sled.
What they'll do is the change of gear on it. The box will come up the ramp faster, transferring it from a rolling weight to a pulling weight much quicker, stopping them within the limits of this 200-foot track. When you go into this pull-off situation, you lay it all on the line. You want to get all the horsepower to the ground as quickly as possible because the weight box is going to be in a hurry. Of course, 3rd place and 1st place are tied up at this time, but we're going to have a winner before it's over with.
It might be Yellow Fever.
It very well could. Pam Bauman is due. She's had a number of 2nds and 3rds over the past winter season, and she's due to win her first championship pull with the United States Hot Rod Association.
Well, we'll see what Pam can come up with here. She'll, of course, be dueling Joe Gilbert in the Motown Missile. And also Gary Firmstone out of Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania in the Bear.
Now, only those 3 trucks made the full pull, so only those 3 trucks come back for this pull-off. This is for #1 spot.
So the odds are Pam will not be able to go the full 200.
That's very true. The weight box will be heavy. The sled will be heavy. They'll stop her within the limits of this track. But you got 2 more guys. They'll try to beat her. Here she goes.
She was kicking up the dirt.
She was kicking up the dirt. The weight box went up real quick. The 50,000 pounds being drugged by the truck. That's going to be a tough mark to beat. Pam had a good pull. She hooked up well. She's guaranteed of a 3rd place, but she'd like to have that #1 spot. And I believe she's got a good shot at it. That was truly a fine hook for the Yellow Fever truck.
Joe?
Truck hooking up real well off the starting line, and Pam knows what to do now. Takes off like a bullet and heads down the track. The weight box running up the ramp, not slowly. It's already halfway up the ramp. Right there, the weight's on top of her. Pam's going to fight for every inch she can get, because a lot of times an inch will make the difference between first and second place. That could be several $100s in this competition.
144 feet 7 3/4 inches for Yellow Fever.
It's going to be a good mark, and there's 2 more trucks that's going to try to bumper from that position, but it could stand.
Here's the Motown Missile. Joe Gilbert out of Gaines, Michigan. He has to shoot at 144 feet 7 3/4 inches.
Here's a man that'll shoot straight and fast with the Motown Missile. He is, as we mentioned, current leader in the race for the national championship. Slacks out of the chain, and let's see if Joe Gilbert can win one for Michigan. Motown.
Well, I don't know if he's going to win one for Michigan, but he certainly has taken the lead for Michigan.
Well, 1 truck left, and a beautiful job on Joe's part of getting the truck down the track. Motor sounded good. Joe did a great job of driving it. Track's a little bit loose. He's getting all over the track, but still keeping control of it. A beautiful job for the Motown Missile.
Our new leader, the Motown Missile, 170 feet 1 inch.
Hey, Joe put one down that is great. 170 and 1. The Bear is the only one that can knock him from #1 spot.
That's going to be a tough mark to beat.
It really will be, but here's a man that could do it. Joe did a great job, though. That is just a picture-perfect pull. He had to work for it, no doubt about it, but it was a great job.
Well, the Bear, which is driven by Gary Firmstone out of Mount Pleasant, PA, will take a shot at 170 feet 1 inch. Okay, here we go with the Bear now. Gary Firmstone, Mount Pleasant, PA. Again, he has to beat 170 feet 1 inch
to take the lead with the Bear. 505 Chevrolet on the short end of cubic inches, but he's making up for it. Driving style and driving technique, and motor's hitting hard. Gives it a thumbs up. He's ready to see if the Bear can do it. Here comes the Bear. He'll be on it out.
Going to be close.
I believe he may have done it. We'll just have to wait and see. It is, as you said, very, very close.
And another excellent pull for Gary Firmstone.
This is probably the better of the 2 pulls for Gary Firmstone, even though he went full pull on the first one. This is a straight down the track, no nonsense pull with a beautiful job. The truck hooks up, dials in, and he's getting a good amount of traction on all 4 corners of it as it works its way down the track. Now the measuring crew will step out, lay down the tape, and decide if he went past 177 and 1. Measuring crew checking it over. We'll find out in just a moment. It is very, very close.
Now the Bear has won it. 174 feet 1.5 inches for Gary Firmstone.
174, 1.5. Beautiful job for the Bear, Gary Firmstone. Great job for that young man.
Well, you talk about it being a sport of inches. He wins by 4 inches.
Beautiful job, Gary Firmstone. That's as good as a mile, and beautiful job.
So the Bear, the winner. Motown Missile comes in #2, and Yellow Fever finishes 3rd.